Bet 'em. Hacking and coughing, creepy, baby mouth, yikes Dave, Queen Dave. Fantasize about violence, no. Fake as fuck, sings, I don't care. Worries about testosterone, oh god, yelling, does a voice, pedo. Toxic masculinity, cope. For the love of God, mommy issues, sweetheart, free, rent free. Lesbian, cuck, walrus, boy. Alright, chat. Let's see what's happening. Bet your points. I'm ready. You ever seen Dave this fucking kinetic? Energetic? Never. All right, 30 seconds to bet your big points. Last call. Can schools teach, not indoctrinate? Do we read this one? The growing child crisis? I'm going to start with the growing child crisis. All right, it's time. It's time. Here we go. The growing child crisis. Now I know that... Is that Dave's? Now I know that this doesn't have to do with the rest of the world. Places like India know how to keep pumping children out. I'm just going to talk about my country, the good old USA. What in the hell happened to the birth rate around here? Worries about paternity? Maybe? No. Now look, I know that the baby boomer numbers are probably never coming back. That said, really? Yelling? They've been talking about this for decades. What happened when the boomers retire? Well, now it's here and every bit the shit show that you would expect it to be. BTW really dating this book. Oops. I have to remember to scroll. Hey, all your future readers, we didn't all have robot slaves to cater to our every whim. Okay. The problem is that we don't have enough workers right now in 2024. For everyone that wants a job, there are 15 companies willing to hire them. It seems gone are the days of going to school first as well. I can't tell you how many places have will train on their listing. There used to be jobs you had to go to school before the interview. Why the sudden shift? No one is left! No one is left! Nurses constantly complain about being understaffed, but when you have a job fair and 6 people show up, what do you want us to do? There are some jobs that you need schooling before you partake in. Like, for example, nursing or flying an airplane. Go to fly an airplane school. The problem is what to do about it. I really think the only solution is suck it up. Just accept the fact the job market is going to be short workers for a time. Oh, and learn some patience. Okay. I don't think we have any of that. Can schools teach, not indoctrinate? Fuck, I did the thing. Fuck. When I was a boy, growing up in the carefully planned suburbia of Minneapolis, I remember the great teachers I had. Okay, nostalgia aside, most were good to okay. He needs punctuation so bad. A few were great and some were complete cunts. That's cool. Do I have slur? No. My problem is that the cunts are now the goddamn rule. Oh, and a very specific kind of cunt, the activist cunt. He's very into that right now. From the time I entered kindergarten to the time that I left public school, I had 2 activist teachers. 2! No comma. The first is my 6th grade science teacher that wanted to turn us into his little band of eco-warriors. I can't recall a single scientific lesson he taught us. He did make sure to have us cry about the oceans and Time magazine. Yes, the last one is real. By the way, none of the activism did a damn thing, one way or the other. The second one was my 8th grade English teacher. He doesn't know how to write. There's also nothing on this card. He didn't really bother filling our minds with the works of Longfellow, Poe, Shakespeare, or hell, even Stephen fucking King. Fake as fuck. Shut the fuck up. Probably better part of half his entire class was devoted to helping the fucking homeless. Not helping the homeless. No, sounds like a great teacher. Yeah, again, this motherfucker's job was to teach us works of fiction. The giving a rat's ass. Do we have rat's ass? Nope. Rat's ass about some son of a bitch using the Wall Street Journal as a blanket was somehow cool with that. Like I said, I came in at the beginning of it. I can't for a second imagine what it's like now. Hell, if that fat sack of shit of an English teacher is alive, he's probably overjoyed. Body shaming? Nope. Thankfully, his students saw through his bullshit. The reason that most people are homeless is the fact that they want to be there. Like I said, 2 examples, but remember, this was the 90s. Thankfully, my teachers just stuck with whatever their assigned subjects was and taught that. I can't imagine what indoctrination is going on now. Look, teachers, if we're going to make it past 2040, then just stick to teaching shit. Leave all the stupid activist crap with the child's parents. They might have a chance. For me, though, not even my mom could get me to give a rat's ass about the homeless. Okay? So he's like virtue signaling? Can't give a rat's ass about the homeless. They just want to be there. Can this Pride Month crap end? I might be writing this 5 minutes before the destruction of it. The last time they ran it, the companies that promoted it lost hundreds of millions of dollars. All I will say on this is, can this stupid pride crap end? First off, you accomplished nothing to be gay. You were just born that way. There was nothing to take pride in. You certainly don't need a whole goddamn month out of the year to celebrate it, and now he's done. That's it. Okay, I'm going to call that Queen Dave, personally. He's so jelly. You don't need a month. First off, you accomplished nothing to be gay. You were born that way. There is nothing to take pride in, and you certainly don't need a whole goddamn month out of the year to celebrate it. Yeah, shut up. Vegans, you are as blood-soaked as I am.
Like gay or something.
He's not. Well, here's a group of F-slurs that I can never get tired of talking about, the vegans. Okay? You'll constantly hear them whine and bitch about the animals, how my eggs are blood-soaked, how evil the beef industry is, what a son of a bitch I am for eating chicken nuggets. They even have a problem with zoos for some reason. Well, dear sweet protein-deprived vegans, I have news for you. You're just as blood-soaked as I happen to be. Are they? Sure, I kill animals for my dinner. Has he ever killed an animal? I have no illusions about that. You guys, on the other hand, want to live with the delusion that when you plant your crops, you don't kill every mole, vole, snake, ground squirrel. You don't know how to spell squirrel? If you have dumb as shit on your card, you can do it. Mouse, every insect, rabbit, and everything else that's in the patches. So anyway, You don't know what you're talking. Like, I have a greenhouse with like planters, and I haven't killed nothing. I have little moths and aphids and stuff that grow in my garden. It's cute. All those animals are dead, but I guess they're not cute, so you don't care. I absolutely disagree. I think little bugs are cute. Bro, he literally spelled it as squirrel. Yeah. He kills flies with his cooking, if that counts. That's just the first slaughter. Then you have the crop dustings. That little process kills millions, if not billions, or probably of insects. Does the cuteness factor really mean that much to you? What? The cuteness factor. And then the final one is when the harvester comes through. With that one, even deer can get into trouble. What happens is the farmer just sprays the blood off and sends the crops on their merry way. So with that in mind, are you starting to feel a bit hypocritical now? No. What? I don't think any vegan is. Is it really that you think that chickens are cute and that we can't eat them? I think cows are ugly. Can I eat the bitch, please? Bitch on your thing. Look, keep you doing your little protest. Keep thinking that your scrawny ass has the high ground. Don't ever wake up from the dream that you aren't just as blood-soaked as I am. This guy cannot write, dude. He's a terrible writer. Makes me feel good about myself. There is some version of cope in here, but I don't think it's enough cope. Like, there's sort of this like hypocrisy cope thing going on. New tractors have heat sensors that detect people in phones so they don't get killed. Aw, that's cute. No one cares about your vegan diet. This is doubling up on vegans. Last thing, at least for this book. This is the end of the book? No, it's not. No, it's not. What do you mean last thing for this book? There's 300 more fucking pages. Or no, there's 20 more pages. No one cares about your vegan diet. Last thing, at least for this book, that I want to say about vegans, maybe just vegans, is no one gives a shit about your diet. No one gives a shit. Just like I don't want to hear about someone on the carnivore diet. I don't want to hear about your plant-based bullshit diet. Plant-based diets are cool. I don't care what in the fuck you stuff your fat fucking face. It means less than nothing to me. There's an I don't care. The funny thing is with vegans, they treat their diet like it's a fucking religion. Yeah. Just like all those people that watch gospel programs all day long. You know, the ones that can never shut the fuck up about Jesus. Not only that, they feel the need to tell you about him as well. Anyone not seeing the similarities yet? Is that a question? The Christians at least will get the hint and move on. Vegans seem incapable of that. I disagree, man. They will drone on and on about the health benefits, how it's improved them, and then the morality. Just like the door-to-door Christians, they have about 57 pamphlets for you to take home and read. While they don't have any study Bible, they don't have a study Bible for free. They do have a meal plan kit for free. They do? Really? Vegans have free meal kit plans? That'd be dope as fuck. Give me your free vegan meals. Really, for the last time, being vegan is just a diet, right? No? Well, much like the people that feel the need to proselytize Jesus at a ball game, I have the same response to vegans. No one gives a shit. No one cares what you have to say when you're screaming at the entrance to a zoo. I don't really care what you have to say at the entrance to a slaughterhouse. You do start pissing me off when you invade a restaurant, destroying everyone else's good time because they happen to serve steak. I've never seen that, ever. You're making up a guy. You're literally making up a guy. What? You're not going to start some great movement? People are going to suddenly weep over their plate of chicken cordon bleu because of a sign? Much like the screeching Christian, no one is going to drop to their knees begging for forgiveness. They aren't going to be asked to be clean by the holy kale juice. You have a diet in common. That it's not a goddamn movement. Well, I'm not a vegan, but vegans are more than a diet, by the way. Vegans have just ethical concerns, and I agree with them for the most part, but I think that I think I would rather have people try to be vegan when they can, and just not worry about it so much, and we could have moderate our intake. I do like some vegan stuff though. People will continue to eat meat just like they always have. Nothing you do will be able to stop it. You can have your bland ass diet, and I'll be sitting over here eating the flesh of one dead animal or another. You have a diet, nothing more. Stop acting like it's a goddamn religion. I think some vegans are pretty weird about it, but most are fucking normal. Okay, veganism is just fine. It's probably morally correct as well, but we're omnivores, and you know, I don't have as many icks about it. I ate a steak today. He is definitely not like other girls. That's factual. The village doesn't care about your kids. I did kind of touch. Oh God, I'm gonna be honest. I got a little spooked when he said I did kind of touch at the beginning of this, and the last word I read was kids. I did kind of touch on this a bit earlier in the book, but it does not. But it does need to be said. The village doesn't give a shit about your kids. Most people there are exceptions. Wait, most people there are exceptions. Don't give two shits if your kid wakes up in the morning or not. Huh? By the way, yikes, Dave. Just dead kids. Wait, I thought you were really upset about a cancer kid. Didn't he literally throw a fit about this kid that died in the fucking 80s? That I'm supposed to care a lot about of cancer? That really fucked him up when he was a little kid? Or maybe in the 90s? And like, why should we care about that? And then you're just like this, you know what I mean? Huh? Why would they be that cold? Well, most people don't know about 99.995%. Oh my God, dude. What is this? This is something. This is Please Clap. I don't have it on my thing though. Do I? This is a Please Clap. Of children even exist. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Does the average person in New York City give two shits about any child growing up in the entire state of Iowa? I have an answer for you. The answer is no. I disagree. I really do. I don't care for them as individuals. I care for them in aggregate. Like, I want them all to have what they need to succeed. I want every child to have access to food and shelter and health care and all the things they need to be cool, man. Yeah. It doesn't have to do with, like, me knowing them or whatever. This idea that we all need to band together for the village's children was just as bad as the first time it was uttered in the 90s. Was it the first time it was uttered in the 90s? Families raise children with the kids' parents being the primary caregiver. The rest of society has exactly zero responsibility to your child. If your kid is playing recklessly around, let's say, a lit charcoal grill, I don't give a shit. That's your problem to keep your kid safe, not mine. Borderline fantasize about violence, but not violence, just accidents. Sadly, though, this type of thinking did take hold a bit. The thought that society does have a role to play when it comes to the raising of children. That's the reason you have all this safety bullshit on everything. That's also the reason you also have safety features on cars. Safety? He's just against safety features? Why? Features that no one asked for and is making the cost of a new car almost unaffordable to most? Okay. Do you have what? Can you just not afford a new car or something? What's going on? What's wrong, man? That's also the reason, again, touching on it earlier, schools are so fucked up. This idea, it's not the parents' job to teach morality, but the schools. This is why we're seeing the Civil War being fought against activist teachers and parents. What? This is also brought about lies like Juneteenth. Not to mention all the other stupid bullshit that comes along with thinking of the children. Juneteenth. Wait. Why is he bringing up Juneteenth? This also gave rise to another Scrooge? A Scrooge on the earth. I assume he means scourge? Like a scourge? Someone, usually a woman, would see a child playing at the park. The child was playing in a way that was reckless, and mom was not doing anything. The kid was left in a parking lot with the car doors locked, 65 degrees outside, and the AC on. The kid's going to freeze. The mom was just running for 90 seconds, and because the kid was over the age of 14, the cops had to be called because of the safety. The kid was in the store, 21 feet from the mom. He's bitching about this right now. Literally, like 3 days ago, a kid died in a car. I'm sure it's happened a few more times since then, actually. It happens pretty often, more often than you think. We used to have a name for these people, again, usually women. They were called busybodies. Then they evolved into the common Karen. You know, the type of people that can't keep their noses out of other motherfuckers' business because of safeties. This feels like mommy issues. Here's the reality. No one cares or should care about your kids like the great George Carlin. That's why they're your children. That's why I can only speak for me, but I'm getting tired of bearing the cost. I'm tired of some single mom getting the... There you go, more fucking mommy issues. Tired of the single mom getting the morning meeting rescheduled because your childcare BS. I don't care that you have kids. It's your problem, not mine, and not the goddamn villages, plural. I think he means possessive with an apostrophe. Fuck, I clicked it. Fuck. God damn it. Damn it. Dating a single mom is 99.9% a bad idea. All right, the title is Pretends to Fuck. Right there. Well, I might as well piss of the single mom community before I go. Look, fellas, dating a single mom, and it goes without saying, is almost always a bad idea. There is almost never an upside. I don't care how good she can suck schlong. In the end, you will come out the loser if you do. That's creepy, man. That's some creepy stuff. First off, you will never come first in her mind. What? Oh my God. You won't do that with a mom that you married either. You have kids, they're first now. For you and for your spouse. That's just how it goes. Schlong. Come out a loser. First off, you'll never come first in her mind. Her kid is always going to be first, and that's not a bad thing per se, but it always makes your relationship to her a real pain in the ass. Huh? Then you must factor in that you will have to spend resources on that child. Resources on the child. It won't be at first, but you will at some point be expected to provide resources for said kid. I mean, I don't even think... I think worries about paternity or something is basically what this is. Is all what Dave's mom's boyfriends tell him? Oh.
I'll take human breast milk on my Cheerios.
Dave wants to be pegged by a mommy confirmed. Look, that's his prerogative. The next big problem is her ex or the baby daddy. Let's leave the normal ones off the table. Let's just deal with the jealous psychos, unlike Dave, of course. How much of a headache is that motherfucker going to give you? How many fights to late-night hotel rooms are you... How many fights to late-night hotel rooms are you going to have to deal with? What? Especially if you live in a bail reform state? I will say this does prove how useless restraining orders are. Huh? Then you as a stepdad can't discipline the kid. You really think mommy is going to let you discipline her precious little angel? So welcome to never-ending headache in your own house. Punctuate with the disrespect to the famous line, "You're not my real father." Sounds like something that every man dreams of. I mean, that's fantasizes about violence because he means to hit kids. Though let's say by some miracle you win the lottery. You like the kid. He likes you. You form a bond with the child. Take him to ball games and all that crap. And one day as women are more often to do leaves you, then one day as women are more often to do leaves you. Then one day as women are more often to do, comma, leaves you. Maybe. You're the step parent. You have no parental rights. The child, all that bonding, building, and all that shit is down the drain with no legal recourse. That is why, in a nutshell, if you're a man and she has kids, run for the goddamn hills. I guarantee you people that have kids outside of their first relationship can have good relationships with other people after that. Like, what, man? That happens all the time. Don't you have a stepdad, bro? Don't you like your stepdad? Isn't that literally a thing you said? Can men get some rights in divorce court? Come on, men. This I know, I'm not alone. Can men get some rights in divorce court? How many men have been destroyed by these courts? People ask why people aren't getting married anymore. Well, it's because one half of marriage is screwed by a court that is biased towards women. Do we have worries about divorce? We have worries about testosterone. Oh my God, look at this card. Women initiate 80% of divorces. Women routinely get alimony and child support. She also, on top of that, takes half your shit. She will also most likely keep the house that you paid for. She will also most likely get custody, even though it's been proven that women make terrible parents. What? That's not true. Huh? More mommy issues. All the problems with criminality, single mom homes are a big factor, so we lose our money and we lose our kids. What a fun bet for us to make. This guy is pretending that he has opted into not having relationships, and that's fucking wild. How about men getting some rights in that court? The first one being innocent until proven guilty. The second one, that most men don't file for divorce. The initiating party is only entitled to 35% of the marital status or end no-fault divorce. Marital assets. Alimony should also be ended. I'm sorry. I thought you ladies fought to be equal to men. Well, that means alimony needs to be a thing of the past.
Can I point out?
Yes.
He said that the problem, women are bad parents because single moms are a problem. So you're telling me that it's women's fault that men aren't present to raise their children?
Huh. Yes, it's their fault that men aren't present.
Also, look.
Because they initiate divorce, you see? Cute. Cute as fuck. The child support system needs to be completely reworked. Worries about money, by the way, big time on your cards. If you don't get visitation with your kids, then you shouldn't have to pay a dime. Furthermore, the amounts that some parents have to pay are ridiculous. No kid on this motherfucking planet needs $8,000 a month to live. That is mommy money. Mommy money. Child support should be capped at no more than $1,500 a month and be placed in a special account that can only be used for certain things. Oh, and bitch, if that isn't enough, well, tough shit. Maybe you should have stayed married. Custody should be auto 50-50 unless you could prove cause. The mother also needs to be looked at a lot harsher if she left her husband to go do OnlyFans and get a train run on her. Then yeah, I don't think you should have the kids. Property should be just simple down the middle split. And no, I don't care about the kids. Mommy and daddy can either sell the house or one pays for the difference. I still don't have... I don't know. Finally, none of this, the wife gets a piece of her, the husband's. Finally, none of this, the wife gets a piece of the husband's business. What? Finally, none of this, the wife gets a piece of the I don't know. I will make one exception. If she helped build it or made it possible, then she gets a piece? None of this, the wife gets a piece of the husband's business. Stop with this. There we go. However, like most of these bitches, she didn't lift a goddamn finger to help. Why in the fuck is she entitled to 1 penny of it? Oh, and I feel the same way if the roles were reversed, but a court probably would too. So those are just a few rights that would begin to make divorce court even, and maybe men would make the gamble of getting married again, and some of you ladies won't end up alone with 14 cats. Dave is alone with 0 cats. I'd rather have 14 cats than 0 cats. It looks like we might finish this. Let's do one. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, tell you what, we'll do one more. It's on page 48. Thank you for the comps. Glad to see you're back, Dave. Hope the vacation was great. There we go. If you are a feminist, you can't support alimony. Well, this one goes without saying that if you are a feminist, you can't support alimony. Come on, all you strong and empowered women. I thought that you could hang with the big bros. I thought that you were our equals. That there was nothing that I could do that you couldn't do better. Come on. Where's that I am a woman, hear me roar? Nothing. Really? You're alone in a room writing this, Dave. What? I can't hear nothing. You're alone. What do you mean? Who's he yelling at? He's just yelling. The sad fact of the matter is that you know that alimony goes against your feminist principles. It literally is cash assistance to a woman because she's too stupid or lazy to get a job. That's not what alimony is, my dude. That she needs this money until she can bag herself another sucker, husband. Yet you whine and bitch about how women are just as capable as men. Dude, this guy is so sad that he doesn't have a wife. He is just writing his way through this. The fact of the matter is that you know that women are, for the most part, are idiots. When it comes to careers and money, 80% of all consumer spending is done by women. Most of the useless majors and professions are done by women. The women who's a therapist isn't really needed, like the dude that knows how to fix a car. Okay, that's sure, that's toxic masculinity. There's a reason that crystal therapy is almost exclusively women. They need the extra cash from their ex because God knows they can't manage it on their own. You feminists know this and don't want to admit it. You could say women can be CEOs too. Not the right to. And yet you know that's not true. They'd bankrupt the company before ever coming to a decision. Here's the thought, feminists. Maybe you need to rebrand a little bit. Instead of that old crap about I'm a woman, hear me roar, or I'm a strong, independent female, we change it a little to I'm a strong, empowered woman right up until I need money for those new shoes. How about that, feminists? He's really owning them. I think that's a great change. You get to save face and still get the trickle of cash from alimony. Well, well, well. Well, chat, there's a version of this card that's a bingo. But not this day. Not on this day, that's a ding no. Congratulations, we got one more foray into the book after this. One more. We're almost done with common grievances.